Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, and SPY stock. This is your weekly update and prediction for AMC, GME, and SPY. This is where I go over last week's predictions, see where I was right or wrong, and then revisit the predictions and give you guys new predictions. This is your weekly update and prediction. This should not be taken as financial advice, but if you want to get these keys, if you want to get this knowledge, if you want to start learning and get on your journey to financial freedom, then go ahead and press subscribe to get more of these keys. Again, DataZero got the keys and he is not stingy, he is sharing. So again, if you want to be a part of this movement, if you want to join the DataZero family, press that subscribe button and join the winning team. And as always, y'all, I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC stock, GME stock, and SPY stock. This is going to be your daily update, or your weekly, I do apologize, your weekly update and prediction on AMC, GME, and SPY. This is where I go over last week's predictions and then give you new predictions for the week. So basically, we revisit last week's predictions, see if they were right or wrong. If they were wrong, we see where we went wrong and why they were wrong. And then we go ahead and move along and give you new predictions for the week. This way, I become a better technical analyst, you guys become better traders, and we have a way to figure out where we're looking for the next week into the future. So let's go ahead and hop into the charts, the facts, the data. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before you buy any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Now, guys, I want to point out, I am just the messenger, okay? I am just the messenger. I am simply telling you what the charts tell me. I never just put my own narrative into this. I just tell you what the charts are saying. And of course, there is a human interpretation with that, because obviously as it goes through my eyes, it's going to come out through my lens. But I only tell you what the charts are telling me. So with that being said, let's go ahead and revisit last week's predictions and see where we're at, and then go ahead and move forward. So we did get AMC and GME predictions wrong. Last week's were correct, but we did get this week's wrong on AMC and GME, as they did see a slight bit of pullback here in the later half of the week with the overall market. So we did see a little bit of pullback with the overall market with AMC and GME. We also did see a massive amount of manipulation, as they did want to get AMC down near the max pain price, which was $7.50. And we also seen a massive amount of manipulation with the amount of short shares that they were able to get, because they did have a ton of short shares that they were able to use, and they were continually dumping these shares throughout the week. So we did see a lot of manipulation. And again, I normally take these things into account, but they did go very, very hard, because AMC and GME were starting to get momentum. The market is starting to crash. So they want to shake people out right now. They want to get you out of your position. They want to get inside of your head. Make sure that you feel like the situation is hopeless, like you can never win. And that way they can defeat you mentally and then take you over and make you sell your position. So again, you got to keep a strong mental fortitude when it comes to this AMC play, because they're going to be trying to attack you from all sides. Now let's go ahead and look at SPY stock. We did get SPY stock correct. I did predict a red week for SPY, and you guys can see that is exactly what came to fruition. So we're going to go over this week and see what we're looking at, and see how much more downside we could see on SPY, or if we could see some upside, and how much more downside we could see on AMC, on GME, or are we going to see more upside? So let's go ahead and hop in here and show you guys what we're looking at. So the first thing I want to point out, guys, is the major news coming out next week. So we have a lot of catalysts coming out next week, and this is not looking good for the market. So GDP growth is coming out next week, and if GDP comes out light, so basically the consensus, the forecast is 2.1%, okay? Basically, and the previous was 2%. So if we come short of 2% and GDP is going down, you're going to see some issues with the market. You're going to see a crash in the market, okay? And I do think this could be a potential catalyst. This is going to be Thursday, September the 28th. And guys, I did call the exact day that the market crash would start because I did say we could see a point of interest between September 20th and October the 4th. I don't think we're going to be bottoming in the market to about October, mid-October to late October until we can find a bottom in the market. So I do think September is going to be a down month, and I think October is going to be a down month as well, okay? And historically, these are down months. But based off what I'm looking at in the charts, I think we could see an overall crash all the way for the rest of September and into October, not bottoming until mid-late October at the earliest. Now, if we go ahead and look at what's happening Wednesday, on Wednesday we have durable good orders, and then on Friday we have core PCE price index, and then personal income month over month and personal spending month over month. The biggest data set that we're looking at is going to be GDP, okay? That's going to be GDP. That's what we're looking at. Let's go ahead and look at the Ortex numbers for AMC and GME. And again, this is going to be Ortex numbers, okay? This is updated daily, and it's used Ortex numbers. So short interest is 12.48%. Utilization is 59.46%. Cost to borrow is 6.34%. Shares on loan is 25.93 million. Days to cover is 1.96. This is going to be for AMC. Let's go ahead and show you guys GameStop. Short interest is 19.83%. Utilization is 85.43. You can see that cost to borrow is 3.62. Shares on loan is 74,017. And days to cover is 26.42 days to cover for GameStop. So that's what I'm looking at for GameStop and AMC as far as the data. Fintel is reporting AMC short interest at 14.71% right now. So that's going to be Fintel's short interest for AMC. So basically it's around 12 to 14% based off of Ortex and Fintel. If we go ahead and look at the max pain, we can see that the max pain right now for AMC is going to be $8, okay? So the max pain for AMC right now is going to be $8. That means people are buying some call options. We could see a decent gamma week ramp this week, and I do think we are going to see upside for AMC, and we're going to talk about that here in the in the future. But let's go ahead and finish up on SPY. So what is going on for SPY? Basically, guys, SPY is setting up another bear flag, okay? Right off the bat, this is not looking good, okay? This is not looking good for SPY. We can see that we have the MACD starting to curl on the 4-hour time frame, so that is bullish. And we can see on the 2-hour time frame, we do have a green MACD. I do think that SPY is going to see a bit of recovery Monday, okay? So I think SPY is going to see a bit of a push up Monday and possibly Tuesday, but it looks like it's setting up for a bear flag. Now, we want to be very, very careful because there are multiple gap fills to the upside for SPY. At this point, SPY has been moving down way too fast, way too quickly. This has been making SQQQ absolutely print because it does move inverse of the market. It moves inverse of NASDAQ to be exact, but it moves inverse of the market, okay? It moves inverse in the market. When NASDAQ goes down, SPY goes down. It's all very, very correlated, okay? So you can see that SQQQ has been absolutely pumping. I do think SQQ does have a lot more upside, but what I'm thinking what's going to be happening now is a bit of recovery for SPY. Again, we've had this massive red week for SPY, and I do think we are going to have a red week, but let me explain what I'm looking at. So basically the first half of the week, I think we're going to see green. Basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday possibly, we're going to see green for SPY, okay? It's going to be green. It's going to look like a recovery. You're going to see SPY probably move back up to fill these gaps at 432, maybe even all the way at 435, okay? We could see SPY make a quick push to the upside very, very rapidly, especially with all of these gap fills that we're looking at. We have a gap fill here. We have a gap fill here. All these turquoise bars are gap fills. So we have multiple gap fills on SPY, and we could see things get pretty crazy pretty fast. So what we're looking at on SPY is a quick recovery to the upside probably on Monday and Tuesday, but I do think we're going to see a continuation to the downside in the later half of the week, especially if GDP comes out short, okay? Especially if GDP comes out short, that's going to be on Thursday. So again, in the later half of the week, we're going to be really, really careful. In the beginning half of the week, I do think we're going to see a little bit of upside. But basically, guys, SPY is playing out the macro cycle, okay? This was the complacency stage, and we're starting to see the capitulation before a major drop down, okay? We're starting to see the complacency phase start to top out. You can see it has this rounded top and then starts to fade out, and then we really start to take off to the downside, okay? So let's go ahead and look at what's going on the macro. You guys can see that we had this push to the upside, and again, you can see it looks exactly like this chart. You see this euphoria rally, then you see a drop to the downside, you see a slightly lower low, you see this upwards consolidation chop in this bear flag, which is a bearish pattern as well, which is telling us technicals are bearish as well as the macro cycles are bearish, okay? So we have multiple bearish aspects on the macro side of things. You guys can see that we are breaking back inside of this bear flag in a big way. This is something that I've been predicting for quite some time. If you go ahead and look at my old videos, I basically predicted this exact price movement that you guys can see here. So you can see that I did call the top at, I don't know why we will keep saying it's 457, because if you go to SPY on TradingView or any other chart, it's 459. If you can see right here, 459.40 is the top, and I don't even have that marked 100% correctly, so it's even a little bit higher than that. So it's about 459.49, okay? And I called the top at 460. I tweeted this, I posted this on all of my videos. I told everyone that this rally that we're seeing, the top is going to be 460. This was an artificial rally. This was a very fake rally. This was a pumped up rally. If you look at the bank's balance sheets, okay, basically the number one correlation with the market is the bank's balance sheets. And if you look at the bank's balance sheets, they started to go down right around this point of time when we got this huge rally in the market, when they started coming out with this AI buzz and pumping up the market, giving stocks like Apple and Nvidia huge pumps. Again, this was a huge push for exit liquidity, guys. This was a massive rug pull, in my personal opinion. And I think we're about to see not only all of these gains taken back, so basically the market is definitely coming back down to at least 400 even. 100%, it's coming back down to at least 400 even. You even have a gap fill down here. So it's very, very, very obvious that the market is coming back down to 400 even. Right here's your gap fill at about 406. So I'm 100% certain about that. And again, nothing is certain in the market, but I am very, very, very confident that we're going to be coming down to at least that 400 level. But I'm even more, I have more confidence. Well, not more confidence, but I have even more, I can say that I have a thought that we could go even lower than that 400 range, because I do think we could actually be coming down to about 342, maybe even the 200 range, okay? So I do think we are going to be reapproaching COVID levels and possibly even put in a lower low on the market. So I do think we could put in a lower low on the market. You guys can see that there's a lower low here. We can see that this is a slightly lower low. If we go ahead and look at the macro psychology chart, you can see that it's calling for massive capitulation, as we do see the same exact pattern here on the macro. So again, guys, I do think we are going to be seeing a lot of pullback in the market. And I think the market's actually about to enter a multi-month, multi-year bear market. I think it's going to be a prolonged downside move that we're about to see on SPY. I can go ahead and show you basically with a polyline what we're looking at. And this is all in the macro, so this will take time to play out. Again, if you look, this is all the way up until 2025. So if you look at the chart, I mean, it's going to take time to play out. This is monthly candles. So again, this will take time to play out. So when I'm saying these things, I'm positioning myself. I'm very, very early. But again, I've made a ton of money in my career off of being extremely early and able to position myself off a long period of time of accumulation before a massive move to the way that my trade is calling for. So guys, I am short the market. I am holding SQQQ, and it so far has been playing out pretty nicely. Again, shorting the market is extremely risky, guys. It is not safe at all. But scared money does not make money, guys. Scared money does not make money. I'm young. I'm gonna be taking these risky trades, and again, SQQQ also has a gap fill up here at this $24 level and at this $32 level. So again, if this plays out, that's a decent amount of profit. And if we see a new low on the market, that is going to take SQQQ all the way up to $80 to $100. So this would be a massive trade. And guys, I am holding down here at this $16 range, $15 range, or $16 to $18 range, and my position is currently in profit right now, and I am holding it. I do think we are going to see more movement to the upside. If you're playing short-term gains, I would definitely be taking profit because I think SPY, again, is going to be moving back to the upside over the beginning half of the week, maybe throughout this week entirely. Again, I do think we're going to see another red week, most likely, and again, this is where the technical analysis comes in because statistically, since we've had 3 red weeks, statistically, it's gonna be a green week. Like you can see where you have 3 red weeks in a row. Statistically, you normally have a green week afterwards, and you can go back through history. But I am predicting a red week. From everything that I'm seeing, it looks like we're going to see a continuation to the downside. Again, when in doubt, zoom out. You guys can see that the alligator is just showing a ton of momentum to the downside on the daily time frame, on the 4-hour time frame. You can see that the bearishness on the candles, you can see the momentum that this downtrend has. So again, I do think we're going to see a lot more downside for the market. Now, if you go ahead and look at the daily time frame, we are way outside of the Bollinger Band, so this is something that you want to keep in mind. I do think we could see a little bit of pullback to the upside, again, all the way back up to maybe that 435 level, maybe even filling this gap at 438 before continuing to the downside. So you want to watch that, especially if you're short the market. You want to watch because we're going to have a strong bounce back for SPY before continuing to the downside. And statistically, it's supposed to be a green week, but I think that we have so much downwards momentum, we're going to continue to the downside. We will revisit this prediction at the end of next week, see where we went wrong or see where we went right, and see what we're moving on to next. But guys, I am predicting a red week for SPY. So that is everything I have for SPY on your weekly update and prediction. Let's go ahead and opt into GameStop. So GameStop basically has been playing hopscotch. You can see red, green, red, green, red. What do you think is going to be next? No, I'm not going based off of that pattern. I'm going based off of the technicals. I do think we're going to be seeing a green week for GameStop, but we have to be very, very careful on this, okay? We have to be very, very careful on this because GameStop does have a potential head and shoulders playing out right now. So we could see a little bit more movement to the downside. Basically, I think we're going to see a green day Monday. You can see that we have this bear flag right here. You have this downwards channel. Then you have a bear flag, okay? I think we're going to be breaking to the downside on going green Monday, but on Tuesday and Wednesday, moving to the downside and moving to the downside hard. I do think GameStop is going to be coming down to the levels of 16, so 16, 15, 16, 16, around that range. I do think GameStop's going to be coming all the way back down to retest this support here at around $16.20, $16.15 in that area, okay? The exact number, if you want to use the exact number, it's going to be $16.18. That's going to be the exact number I think GameStop is coming down to when it breaks from this bear flag. So we're going to be tracking this bear flag and watching for GameStop to make this move to the downside before a continuation to the upside. Now, I want to point out something very, very bullish on GameStop that we're looking at right now, and it might not need to move down to that $16 level. We already played out this overall head and shoulders that you do see and are finding a base here, and we did come all the way down to 1665. So this could be the end of it if we can manage to break out of this ascending triangle. We also have multiple gap fills to the upside for GameStop. You can see all these turquoise bars are all gap fills. Those are all gap fills to the upside. We have one to the downside, which again, this bear flag, which would help us clear up if we go to the top and then come down. How this white dotted line is showing you guys, basically we come up, then drop down, filling this gap, and then coming to fill all those gaps. This is what I think is most likely going to happen, and this will probably happen throughout. Again, Monday we'll have a green day, Tuesday we'll have a red day, and Wednesday have a red day, and start recovering in the later half of the week. I do think we're going to have a green week on GameStop, okay? I do think we're going to have a green week on GameStop. You can see that the MACD on the 4-hour time frame is about to flip bullish. You can see on the daily time frame, we might be getting a bearish cross, but we still have a green MACD. on the weekly time frame, you can see that we're starting to try to curl to the upside. We are very close to the Bollinger Bands at the bottom. You can see that the bands have support right around that 1616 level. So again, I do think we're going to be coming down to retest 1616 before moving to the upside. You can also see that 1616 level is part of this falling wedge. So basically, if you go down to the 2-hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame, you will see that the macro sloping resistance marked in turquoise will be perfectly retested if we bounce off of that 1616 level. So again, I think we're about to get a clean move to the upside, come back down, retesting 1616, and then getting a rocket ship to the upside. Overall, in the macro, guys, nothing has changed. When in doubt, zoom out. I keep repeating myself on GameStop because the macro takes time to play out. We have a triple bottom. Bottom number 1, bottom number 2, bottom number 3. That is a bullish pattern. That is a bullish pattern. The triple bottom is a bullish pattern and a bullish continuation to the upside. We also have gap fills at $40 and we have gap fills at $70. So I do think we're going to see a movement to the upside for GameStop to fill those gaps at $40 and at $70. Those are both two gap fills, and the gap fill at 70 is pretty big. So that gap will definitely get filled. Gaps get filled 99.9% of the time, guys. 99.9% of the time, gaps get filled. So having two gaps up there gives you a extremely high likelihood that it's going to be filled. Again, nothing is guaranteed in the market, but this is a very certain trade. As long as you know how to hold and dollar cost average, you will be okay. I do think this is going to be playing out with the macro falling wedge. You guys can see that we have a massive falling wedge here on GameStop. You can see that the monthly MACD is starting to curl to the upside. Again, when in doubt, zoom out. When the monthly MACD starts flipping green, guys, that's when you're going to get a big push to the upside. When the monthly MACD starts flipping green, and you can see that we're starting to curl to the upside. Last time we had the monthly MACD flip, we had these rallies, okay? So this is what we're looking at based off the charts, the facts, and the data. Again, when you are investing, you do not want to be using emotions. You want to be using only charts, facts, and data. But this is what I'm looking at for GameStop. Again, the macro is looking very, very good. Overall, macro is bullish. Micro, we could see a little bit of downside before seeing overall upside throughout the week. I do think we're going to see a green week for GameStop. Again, first half of the week, I think we're going to see a little bit of green Monday. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, start seeing some pullback. Friday, Thursday, and Friday, start seeing green, and then overall end the week up. That is what I'm looking at for GameStop stock. GameStop stock. Now, let's go ahead and hop into AMC. AMC stock and show you guys what's going on. First thing I want to point out, Bollinger Bands right off the bat getting crazy tight here on the daily time frame. That's letting us know volatility is about to come. Also, right off the bat, gap fills, guys. You cannot forget these gap fills. AMC has 3 gap fills to the upside. Extremely high likelihood we're going to be filling these gaps. In fact, we are going to be filling these gaps, guys. Gaps get filled, especially when you have 3 of them. They're going to get filled. Me personally, I did buy more AMC. I bought more AMC. I started a whole new position. I bought more AMC because I'm playing these gap fills. I do think these gap fills are going to be moving to the upside, and this is extremely nice profit. Right now, if AMC goes down anymore, it will be even more profit. So if AMC goes down even more, that will be even more profit when you fill the gaps. You have to know what you're looking at, guys. You have to know what you're looking at, and you have to know what you hold. If you can see, AMC's way down here right now. If we go all the way up and fill those gaps, that is over a 462% gain. If AMC goes any lower, that's even more of a gain. So please, Kenny G, if you're watching this, push AMC down just a little bit lower so I can buy it and make even more profits. Thank you, Kenny, for continually giving me profits so I can buy more AMC, and I know that pisses you off, Kenny. There's a little joke for you guys. I don't think Kenny actually watches these, but it is nice to go ahead and reach out. Nah, but listen, guys, seriously, I do think we're going to see upside for AMC. All right, I do think we're going to see upside for AMC. And the fact of the matter is, if you're using profits to buy the AMC, it's not that bad, guys. If you're using house money to buy AMC, it's not that bad, especially when you're making money off AMC. Multiple people inside of the Discord are printing off AMC, off the plays I put out on AMC, and also I'm going to be printing off AMC, especially when this gap gets filled. I'm playing the gap fills. I bought a position specifically to play the gap fills to the upside, specifically because of the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that we're seeing. Again, when in doubt, when people are fearful, you must buy. Why? Because that is the point of maximum point of maximum financial opportunity. Buying the fear, buying the uncertainty and doubt. The point of maximum financial risk is at the top. And a lot of people will remember this because they FOMO'd into AMC when it was really, really, really high. When AMC just had this massive run up, people started to FOMO in, and they got caught in the complacency stage. So basically we had this run up here. Then this was the complacency stage for AMC. All of this upwards consolidation chop before this major rug pulled down. All of this was complacency stage for AMC, and it roped a lot of people in before this major rug pulled to the downside. And why does that? Because of human psychology. That's why you have to understand human nature. The emotions will make you make these trades that are not profitable. But emotions will make you buy the top and sell the bottom, because you'll be buying the greed and you'll be buying the FOMO, but you'll be selling the fear and you'll be selling the FUD. You have to buy the FUD and the fear. So whenever you see fear, uncertainty, and doubt, that should be a trigger in your mindset that, hey, this is a buy. Whenever you see a stock that is massively beat down and RSI is underneath 30, that should be a trigger in your mind that, hey, this is a buy. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is just how I personally have made money in the market. And again, I am on my journey of financial freedom, guys. I am on my journey of financial freedom. I was able to quit my job all because of the strategies I learned in the market. So this is very, very profitable if you take this seriously and you take the time to actually learn and find out the strategies. The best way to do it is pressing subscribe right now and getting the keys and the knowledge that I'm dropping. I am not stingy. I'm here to share with all of you, share all of my research, share all of my technical analysis, share everything I know so you guys can get ahead in the market. And again, they do not want me doing this, so please press subscribe, press like, and share these videos, because they try to suppress my channel because they do not want people becoming financially free. Now, let's go ahead and show you what's going on for AMC. Basically, I do think we're going to see a green week, okay? I do think we're going to see a green week. AMC's setting up for a nasty pop, okay? So let's go ahead and show you why I think that. We have this bullish pennant right here. This is a bull pennant. This is a bull pennant. This is a bottoming pattern. You can also see on the daily time frame, MACD has flipped green. You can see Bollinger Bands are getting tight. AMC is setting up for a nasty pop to the upside. You can also see that we are making higher lows. So you can see higher low, higher low, higher low. Each one of these lows, higher low, higher low, higher low, has been higher than the last. Each one of these lows has been higher than the last. So we're continually making higher lows. We also had this beautiful run up to about $9.30, making this overall top trend of the trend line. And you can see that this trend line is being consistent. If we can break above the trend line, okay, which is going to be probably on, let's go ahead and see. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Probably on Wednesday, if we can break above the trend line by Wednesday, you're going to see this thing fly. Also, if we can get above $8.45, that's another major point of breakout. We're going to see a nice movement to the upside. You guys can see the point of breakout is $8.45. We also have a double bottom right here, okay? You can see bottom number 1 and bottom number 2. If AMC can continue to hold these levels and maintain above $7.35, you're going to see a breakout. Now, the first thing I want to point out is in the beginning half of the week, I do think we could see downside. I think AMC could come all the way down to about $7.50, maybe even retesting $7.30, okay? So we have to watch for those potential retests, but right now, AMC is looking good. I think we could see a trend up in pre-market on Monday, then see an overall pullback Monday, retesting these lower lows of $7.50, maybe $7.30, before getting a pop to the upside on Tuesday having some consolidation, and then possibly Wednesday or Thursday, right around GDP, especially if the market starts to crash, see a pop to the upside. And when it comes to the market crash, AMC will rally, okay? AMC will rally and GME will rally, but not until the market actually starts to crash. This is not a crash, okay? This is just a pullback. We are not even far away from all-time highs, guys. We're right there. Look, we're still at the top, okay? So we are not crashing. When the market's down here at like 385, 340, 200, that's going to be a crash. When the assets that they use for AMC short positions like Apple, Nvidia, when those are down to lower levels and not worth as much, and their balance sheet, that hedge fund's balance sheet, is worth less and less and less, That is a crash. That's going to cause liquidity crisis. That's going to call margin calls, and then we could see a rally on AMC. And I do think they're going to try to beat this thing down, push it down as far as possible before the crash. But once the crash comes, guys, it's all over. And I think a massive crash is coming. I don't think just a regular crash is coming, unfortunately. I think this is going to be a historic crash that we're about to see. And if I'm right, SQQQ, AMC, and GME are going to print out insane. I do think Bitcoin is going to end up being one of the most valuable assets. I did buy more Bitcoin yesterday. Again, every week I buy a little bit of Bitcoin, about $150 to $200 of Bitcoin. I do buy. I have 50% of my portfolio in Bitcoin and then 50% of my portfolio in altcoins, a mixture of altcoins. Right now, my top holdings are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then XRP in that order. And again, I am loading up on these plays because I do think this is going to be an amazing play. If we go ahead and look at the Bitcoin chart real quick and show you guys what's going on with that. This is basically an historic low for Bitcoin. So if we go to charts and show you what I'm looking at, this is a historical low for Bitcoin. This is an extremely good buying time for Bitcoin. So if you look at the fire sale level, which is the blue level at the bottom, you can see that Bitcoin is in that blue level. In fact, it's at the bottom of that blue level. And when it was at 15,000, it went out of that blue level. So you can see here that when it was at 15,000, it went below that blue level. That's what I bought a decent amount in 15,000. I wish I bought a whole coin, but I didn't have the money at the time. But I bought a decent amount at 15,000, and so far it's been extremely profitable. And how did I know to do this? When people were saying Bitcoin was dead. When people say an asset's dead, when people are scared, again, buy the fear. People were saying Bitcoin's dead because of all the crashes and stuff like that, and FTX. That's not even part of Bitcoin. Like, Bitcoin is its own thing, and FTX is its own thing. That's an exchange. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. But anyways, when all of those things were happening, people eventually got to the point where they're like, it's dead, it's dead, it's dead. And that's when people started saying that, that's when I started buying. That was right around the time of 15 to 17,000, and I loaded up around that time and never looked back, guys. You can see based off of the charts what we're looking at on Bitcoin. That was a good buy. So guys, always buy the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, not financial advice. That is what I do, and it's worked very well throughout my career. Okay, so you guys can see that Bitcoin is in a little bit of a falling wedge. I do think Bitcoin's going to have an overall pullback with the market, but right now on the weekly time frame, it looks like it's setting up for a move. You can see the weekly MACD's curling up. You can see that's in this falling wedge. Like, this thing is looking bullish for a huge push to break above 31,000. And once Bitcoin breaks above 31,000, that is going to be the official start of the bull market. Once it can hold 31,000 and maintain that level, because if you look, 31,000 was the floor of the last bull market. So if you can break above this orange line, Bitcoin is going to take off, guys. Bitcoin's going to take off. And again, I've been accumulating, and this is going to push all cryptocurrencies up. So if you have not gotten into a cryptocurrency bull market, you need to get some cryptocurrency. I think cryptocurrency is the future. I think the stock market is actually dead. You guys can see all the manipulation in it. It's ridiculous. There is no real supply and demand in the market. It's all parked orders and payment for order flow. Cryptocurrency is going to be the future, guys. And me personally, I think it's going to be one of my best investments. We will see how right or wrong I am in a couple of years, because I will still be here on YouTube. So we will see how right or wrong I will be in a couple of years. I think we're going to be looking at a very successful trade here in the near future. But guys, this is everything I have for you. AMC, I'm predicting a green week. GME, I'm predicting a green week. SPY, I'm predicting a red week, okay? A red week for SPY. We will revisit these predictions at the end of the week and see how right or wrong I was. And if I was wrong, we will see why. That way we can become better traders and technical analysts along the way. Guys, if you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content, and press subscribe to start getting these keys and start learning this knowledge that you need to succeed. Again, this knowledge will change your life. It might not happen over the first year. It might not happen over the second year. It might not even happen over the third year. But if you stick to this and continue to get better and better and better and grow and grow and grow, this knowledge set will change your life. As always, guys, have fun, stay safe, make money. All right, guys, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. The Discord is only $50 right now, and that does pay for itself, guys. I post tons of the winners, and we get winners every single week, guys. Every single week, we get winners. I post them all, and there are way more inside of the Discord, okay? Check out my live streams where I sit there and scroll through my phone and show you all the winners. If you want to get on the winning team, go ahead and hit me up. Link down below is the email, DataZeroOfficial5. DataZeroOfficial5 is the email. All of this is linked down in the comment section and description. Email me and say, hey, I want to join the Discord. Once you make payment via PayPal or Cash App, then you can go ahead and get the link. Once you make payment via PayPal or Cash App, I will send you the link. It's as easy as that. It is a quick, fast process. So go ahead and hit me up. Email is linked down below, DataZeroOfficial5. And if you want to help support the channel, all you have to do is send a super chat, press like or subscribe, or you could help out by becoming a member. Memberships are next to the subscribe button. You press join. It is $1.99 a month or $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. There are different levels to the membership, and this helps me out with things like equipment. All of these recent upgrades is because of the members and the super chats. But of course, I need each and every one of you, so I appreciate you guys. Each and every one of you that tune in, man, I appreciate it. So you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to do anything, okay? All you have to do is press like and subscribe. You don't have to do any of that extra stuff. All of that stuff really helps me out, and I am really, really grateful. So don't take it as me not being grateful, but you don't have to do that. I don't want anyone to feel like they're obligated to do so. So I just wanted to make that very, very clear. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.